Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm Eli Weaver and welcome to a new video. You know what I have for you today? A cruiser skateboard setup. I really love cruiser skateboards because they just go so fast. It's like you have your regular board, which is a popsicle, and then you have your cruiser skateboard, which has riser pads, big soft wheels, and just good bearings, and it goes fast. Like, most people don't understand, like when you're just mobbing on the street, it's just bumpy, you know what I'm saying? You're just pushing and pushing. You're like, bruh, this is awful. And most people don't know when you have a cruiser skateboard, it can just be so fun. So I have myself all the materials you need for a cruiser skateboard. Let me show you them right now. And I'm gonna do a Q&A. So yeah, it's just gonna be a cruiser skateboard Q&A, dude. Alright, so what you need to set up a cruiser skateboard is you need the cruiser board, preferably shaped, grip tape, which I already gripped it. My homie at Cowtown, I just paid for clear grip. He just gripped it and did a really good job. And yeah, we had a good conversation. That was really cool. You'll need soft wheels, preferably, you know, really squishy. These are actually LED, but they work really good. Skateboard bearings, riser pads, hardware, skate tool, and a pair of trucks. I actually have a bunch of questions written down. Question number 1 is, what's your setup? And my setup is, I'd say it's pretty damn standard. I'd say it's pretty average. It's kind of like, I build my setup to kind of be built like you can pop the board as high as you can, tweak the board as high as you can, and I try to make it light as possible. So I ride an 8.0 skateboard. Blank, I only ride blank boards, Cowtown. And yeah, blank boards, just when you skate them for a long time, it feels light like a feather. You'll just be picking it up and you're like, dude, how is this so freaking light? What the heck is going on? And that's just really good because that's a good feeling. I only skate independent 8.0 trucks, 139s, and those are really good. Like, I skated trucks for a while, but they just kind of kept blowing out. Like the bushings just weren't as manly, and just independent is like a pool skater. You skate your trucks for like a year, and independence will last you a year if you take care of the bushings. When it comes to wheels, I like to skate 54mm blank wheels. I don't really care much for the wheels as long as the wheels are 54mm, because it's only going to be a matter of time before they get to frickin' 52mm. Like 2 weeks of skating every single day, and it's already going to get smaller and smaller. But yeah, I will say, I used to just skate 52, but then I stepped it up. I was like, let's just try it, because I mean, the wheels, they just get smaller and smaller, and plus you can adapt to stuff easier. And yeah, so sometimes and when it comes to bearings, I like to do Bones Red bearings. Only Bones Red. Sometimes I wash them, but I don't have a blow dry right now, so I just buy new ones. And yeah, that's my setup. I basically only skate blanks and 8.0 boards. I used to skate Grilled Chocolate. But I realize when it comes to my setup, I just wanted things to be consistent. And there's one more thing about my setup, like, so I will maintain my board, I will clean the grip and sand down the board, but above sanding the board and cleaning the grip, the things that I do to maintain it are I will put wood filler and kind of fill in the wood chips right here. I will kind of, everywhere there's a chip or whatever, like on the top, I will put wood filler and put grip tape over it and like do a custom job to kind of cover it up and make it look better. And I'll also clean my bushings and bearings. And yeah, that's all you really needed. That's all you really need to do to maintain your board. Like, when it comes to my setup, I always clean my bearings, and I wash down my bushings and check my bushings, and clean the grip and sand the board. And that's all you really need to do to maintain your skateboard. Like, a lot of people don't know, but if you were to simply just sand your board, like, it would actually make the size smaller, but the pop would be poppier. And you should probably check your bushings too, because yo, bushings, they get dirty. They get cracks, bro. It's like a crackhead. They get worse and worse every day. No, but what I'm trying to say is, like, when it comes to my setup, it's really important to sand your board and check your bushings, and always clean your bearings. because your bearings are more important than your wheels. Honestly, like I had a friend that I used to skate with him all the time, and we would be mobbing together, just cruising down the street, and like he would always be ahead of me, like, and I'd be pushing as hard as I could. I'd be like, bro, what's going on? What is the reasoning behind this? What is going on? And what I realized was that it was just his bearings were newer. That's what it was, dude. His bearings were, he had a girlfriend, an Asian girlfriend. She used to buy him bearings, and I just realized, I came to that realization that, you know what, like, your bearings are more important than your wheels, but when you have good wheels and good bearings, things are buttery. But yeah, that's my setup. That's what I like to ride. Take care. Mostly the thing that I think is the most important though is I usually don't change my wheels for around 3 to 6 months. I will only change my board every month, and I'll just kind of change my board, maintain the bearings, clean the bearings with citrus cleaner or whatever, and then kind of look at the bushings. Usually I don't take the bushings out because usually they last a while because Indy is the best. The Indy's just the best. And then I'll just kind of sand my board. And yeah, that's what it comes down to when it comes to my personal setup. I will only skate 8.0. I don't like I'm not hating on people who ride big boards, but like some people like to ride big boards. And that's cool and all, but like when things just feel so freaking heavy, I can't do it, dude. It's not me. Like I'm not about that. Like I just do not like heavy big boards. Like I was watching this video of Luan Oliveira, 10,000 tricks, and it was just his whole life documented, and it was like a 45-minute video, and I ended up, it just buttery. It's really cool because there are some parts where like he's just skating flat ground at Battle of the Barracks, right? And it's so fast paced. He's skating so aggressive. He's just stomping his tricks, and like it almost even gives you the same feeling in your belly as if you're watching like a video part. Because you're like, oh my god, he stomped that. Okay, he stomped that. Okay, he just did fakey big spin inward heel. Okay. And yeah, Luan Oliveira, you are the man. But yeah, guys, when it comes to my setup, that's what I like to skate. 8.0 Cowtown board, 139 independent trucks. Custom grip tape. I always do my own grip tape. I will not ride blank grip. I just cannot do it because I have OCD. I don't want to do just blank. And just Bones Reds bearings. I tried Swiss. I didn't really like them. And who knows? Maybe I could have got a bad batch. Maybe I got a bad batch. I don't know. But all I'm saying is that, and I got them on eBay. Dude, they lasted me like 2 weeks. But then again, my shields, I skate so much. Like skate so aggressively, like my shields fall off, so maybe the dirt got in it. It got a little crusty, mugusty. I don't know, dude. Question number 2. Who are your top 4 favorite skaters and why? Now this is a really good question, and I'll tell you why. Because your top 4 favorite skaters, it's like your Mount Rushmore of skating. It really defines you, and it really defines like your tricks too, because you mimic what you love. So growing up, I grew up around like 2009, and the skaters that I thought, like, oh my god, like I looked up to, number 1, Shane O'Neill. Number 2, Mike Moe. Mike Moe, his style, it was just, him skating Battle of the Barracks was just, he stomped everything and skated fast. So that was so sick. Number 3, Dylan Reeder. Dylan Reeder is like, his style was so unique, and he didn't care about what how other people dressed. He did his own thing, and he made himself look good. But above all that, he was truly talented. I mean, rest in peace, Dylan Reeder, because you were almost like a big brother to me in a way, because I looked up to you. I can't even believe when I found out that he died, because Dylan Reeder was someone who, well, he had it all. He had good looks, sponsors, you know, women, talent. But above all that, the thing that matters the most was that he was an amazing person, and a really nice person, and an amazing skater who ripped. And number 4, So we have Shane O'Neill, Mike Moe, Dylan Reeder. Man, I'm kind of blanking out on number 4, but it used to be someone else. But you know what? I'm gonna go with John Cardiel, because I think it used to be someone else. But looking back, John Cardiel is like, the reason he's so cool is because his style is crazy. He skates so fast. Like, it's almost like the faster he goes, the more control he has. And he's someone who will do anything. He'll bust his head open, and freaking get into a catastrophic car accident where he breaks his back, and then he'll just get back into skating. Nothing can stop Cardiel. And then he'll 540 on vert with no pads. And he's never even 540 before. Cardiel has an insane energy. And yeah, Shane O'Neill, he's number 1 because of his style. It's just so beautiful. It's just very smooth. And it's just so unique too. It's like, oh my god. You watch Shane O'Neill, you're like Nugget. You watch him, you're like, I can't do it that buttery, and I don't think anyone can. But that's buttery. And then number 2, Mike Moe, because he's so good at skating switch and making it look good. And he was just so good at stomping his tricks. Like, that's what's really good about Mike Moe. Number 3, Dylan Reeder, because his style was very good too, and he was an amazing person. And his style, he wasn't afraid to put his arm up, and he was so good at impossibles. Dylan Reeder, yeah, I can't believe you died. You know, when someone like that dies, it's like you can't even process it really, because they're so talented and so nice, and it's like, yeah, it leaves you with the feeling of, this is not the way that things should have went down. It's not. And then number 4, Cardiel, because Cardiel, dude, he's Cardiel, dude. He rips. He is the definition of a ripper. Of a ripperoonie. Of a put hamburger helper in the oven, put some pepper, put some garlic on it, and then eat it, and then go do a 540. That's Cardiel. Cardiel's just the type of skater, like, he's so raw, he's not afraid to do anything. Big rails. And he's done rails that could seriously kill you. And he skates training too, like really, really good at training. So those are my top 4 favorite skaters, just in my personal opinion. That's who I really like. Where did you grow up? I grew up here in Phoenix, Arizona. Phoenix, Arizona was a really cool place because you could, I mean, yeah, it's hot, but like, it's really hot compared to the other states around the United States, because it's like, in the summer it's 115 degrees, just sweltering heat. Like, you go out and it's like, the sun is just burning, like you feel like you're in an oven, like that hot. And yeah, it may not be that humid, but when it's that dry and it's that hot, it's like an oven. It's not, I mean, being humid can be even worse in a way, but like, Phoenix, Arizona can be like an oven in the summer. That's what a lot of people don't understand, is Phoenix is, yeah, it's like an oven, but if you could skate all year round, then you're chilling.
Is there a person on there?
Oh no, I'm doing a Q&A. And yeah, I grew up in Phoenix, Arizona. It's a good place to live, because not only is there a bunch of spots, there's downtown, there's lakes and there's stuff like that, but there's hills, there's ledges, there's cute girls. But there's just a variety of skate spots, so that's the cool part about living in Phoenix, Arizona. First skate park in the top 3 skate parks in Phoenix, Arizona. My first skate park personally was Desert West, and yeah, it was pretty cool because I went there before there was a fun box in the middle. It was there for like 2 or 3 years, and then all of a sudden the fun box appeared. The city was like, okay, they're like, these kids, it's not the best area, like let's give them the hookup. And yeah, that was really cool. Remember when Desert West, they didn't have a thing in the middle?
Yes.
And it kind of got better. So yeah. And that was cool too, because when I skated Desert West, I was like a little kid. Like, I wasn't that good, but eventually I went there and actually got a little gnarly, got a little bit better. But personally, like, I do like that park. It's pretty fun. It teaches you how to skate ledges and rails, and the tranny is really good. It's not even like that gnarly either. And the thing about the tranny not even being that gnarly, it really evens out because in the back there's a really sick bowl. So if you go there every day, like, you're gonna get better. The fun box in the middle, it's really good too. That will even teach you how to skate like handrails and stuff like that. Like if you want to go big, which sometimes like I don't really go big like that because I don't want to get hurt. And I can be kind of scared when I skate when it comes to big stuff, but I do want to overcome that, you know. But Desert West is a good place to skate. When it comes to my favorite skate parks in Phoenix though, number one is Union Hills. Because Union Hills is so dope, dude. Like, the trannies there is so sick. The people there, the vibes and the personalities, everyone is so fun and just chill. Everyone is there for each other. Number two would probably be Hudson Skate Park. Because Hudson Skate Park, even though it's little, you'll see me skate there, dude. You know I love that park, dude. It's just fun because it flows. If you're good at tranny, it's basically like a half pipe with the spine in the middle with the hubba to the right, also with the street section. And it's one of those parks where it's like, even though it's small, it's all you need. Like, if you utilize the stuff, then you go through that struggle of like learning stuff, then you get better and better. So that's why Hudson Skate Park is really good. And then number three is the Wedge. Man, the Wedge is like, I was gonna say Tempe 3, because that's a Big Tempe, because that's a fun park too, but it can be kind of gnarly, so I don't skate there that much. But it's a really, really good park. But personally, I like the Wedge more, just because there's so much flat, and it's just, I've had a lot of nostalgic memories there. Like, my mom's friend's dad just driving me there. We get McDonald's and we just go to the Wedge. And I like how the quarter pipes, they're not really that gnarly, so you can get real jiggy with it. You know, you can get tech with it. Favorite trick. Favorite trick is 360 flip, dude. You already know it, dude. Do you really have to ask that question? No, but my favorite trick is 360 flip because it's like, growing up, I watched this video of Shane O'Neill do a 360 flip, and it wasn't just like, oh, okay, he did a 360 flip. It was like, he did it so good to the point where he caught it so fast and it flipped into his foot to the point where, like, it almost looked like there was a moment in time where time paused and he just caught it, and it was very high and very just proper. And then I also liked that he kind of brought the board forward and kind of caught it and then kind of brought it back. Like, he did 360 flip, kind of pushed it forward in the air and then brought it back. So 10-year-old me was watching that. Click, 360 flip. Okay, rewind. 360, click. Oh, okay, well, I'm rewinding that shit again. And it's just so inspiring when you see something that's, the style is so good. It makes it, like, it makes that trick, like that moment in time, that thing that happened in the universe, that trick, is a masterpiece. So that's my favorite trick, 360 flip. They're just really fun. And it's one of those tricks that took me a year, but like, once you get it and you understand it, you kind of have this realization where it's like, it's not hard at all. You know what I mean? It's just hard to make it look good. So 360 flip is my favorite trick. It's a fun one. Favorite style, man. I think this one is already obvious. Shane O'Neill. Shane O'Neill, man, you're my idol, dude. Like, even he could do a switch flip, and it's not about just, okay, he switch flip. It's the fact that he leveled out, and he caught it, and he didn't even move when he landed. And it's the fact that when he landed, the board was kind of boned. And I guess a lot of people could switch flip, but they can't just do a switch flip on flat and catch it and leave you with such amazement in the way that Shane O'Neill could do it. Because Shane O'Neill is like, has probably, I want to say, the best style in skating ever, hands down. So yeah, Shane O'Neill, you're my favorite style. Like, you're my favorite skater, dude. Like, you really are, of all time. Like, if I ever meet you, I want to play a game of skate with you, okay? Cause, dude, You are my skate god. Shane O'Neill, if you are watching this, play me in skate, dude. I'm playing you. Okay, I'm learning switch double tray. I'm learning nollie double tray. I'm learning half cab late shove it, and we're going, dude. Look, man, I'm gonna need 2 or 3 years of flat ground improvement before if I even win against Shane O'Neill. But I'm saying maybe I could beat him if I learned like tons and tons of new tricks, because that's been like a dream of mine, to play Shane O'Neill in a game of skate. At this point, he's gonna murk me though. Trick and skating. Now this is a tough one because it's like there's so many good-looking tricks, but when it comes down to it, one that I think is like it just looks so freaking sick is impossible. Impossibles are really, really cool, especially the one that Dylan Reeder did, like impossible tail grab over that gate to gap. That was like, oh my god, such a stylish, cool-looking trick, and to see him do it perfect too. It's almost like destiny. It's like that's what he was meant to do. Impossible. Parts that you watch to hype you up, and the parts that I watch are usually Shane O'Neill, Shane Goes, Shane O'Neill cutting for. I used to watch this one video called Brexit, which was like a VX1000 edit. I watched this Bastian Salabanzi, the Lost Footy edit. Lately there's been this one part. I mean, and to be honest, I don't really watch like Shane O'Neill, Mike Moe, Dylan Reeder, and John Cardiel's parts that much. Like I do, but I watch them so much. Like I love them so much that you save it for like a good time because you really, really, you still do appreciate it. But you like it so much that you kind of just don't. You only watch it like once every month or whatever. So like you really appreciate it. But no, I'll watch it more. But what I was trying to say was like, sometimes you watch a video part and their style is so good, and not only is their style good, but they have their own unique way of skating, and they go with it so hard to the point where you're like, oh my dude, this is a masterpiece. Like he killed it. He absolutely killed it. And the part that I've been watching the most that hypes me up is Frankie Villani's part in Primitive Encore, because the way that he skated it, how he skated to that music, and how his 360 flips on flat, his fakey front heels. Oh my god, like he killed it in that part. His frontside flips. I mean, there was one line, the opening line, where he did a frontside flip and then a switch frontside flip, and yeah, he like did the switch frontside flip almost even better. It was crazy. But yeah, I like that. I like Primitive Encore, Frankie Villani's part, because it was like he skated just himself. Like you could watch him skate just a silhouette of him, and you're like, that is Frankie Villani. And the one thing that I liked too was the fact how he did a fakey, I guess what would you call it, fakey front tail, or fakey back tail. He did like a fakey back tail kickflip out to fakey, and it was like he grinded so long. Like, oh my god, like you're like, dude, how much balance do you have? And that was really, really sick. So that's the part that I watch like in the morning, like, oh my god, this dude he could do anything. Shoot. This is a great question, because I will say, growing up, I only skated Stefan Janowski's, and I would be like, if it's not Stefan Janowski, I don't even want to look at it, dude. Get that out of my face, dude. I don't even want to look at it. But then over time, you try new shoes. Like I'm skating these Vans slip-ons right now, and I don't know, man. Like I love Stefan Janowski so much to the point where I was like, this is my shoe. But like, I want to say I like the Vans slip-on just a tiny, tiny bit more, just because I'm not even hating on Janowski's. Like I love them so much, but I'm saying like, because the fact that they're a little bit thinner and more of like a sock. And even more based on like more, there's no even laces either. That's really, really sick, you know. But nah, you know, I can't say which one I like more. But if I did have to say, I'd say Nike SB Stefan Janowski, original black suede with the stripe, and the one, it was like the original style the first original OG Stefan Janowski pro shoe, where it was like kind of a point, not bulky, but like the round was kind of like even more rounded. But the thing that made that one more distinct was that the fact that there was a line right here. And I don't know, man, like when you grow up with something, like I used to go to Union Hill Skate Park, the dudes there like have that shoe, and like I fell in love with it, dude. Like it just looks so damn good because it was all you needed, and it was kind of pointy. They killed it, like. And I think the reason that that's my favorite shoe is because that's the shoe that Shane O'Neill skates. And he's my idol. But it probably was seeing Shane O'Neill just skate those. Not only was it like he looks good in that shoe, but it was like that shoe looks good in general. And it's almost like if I saw Shane O'Neill skating another shoe, I would be like kind of mad in a way. Like I feel kind of uncomfortable. So the fact that he only skates that shape of shoe, I think that's so cool. That's so freaking cool. I love that. It gives me dopamine. The fact that he only skates that shoe, that actually makes me happy. Waterfall. When it comes to the spots in Phoenix, Arizona, it's pretty cool because there is a lot of ditch spots, there's a lot of flat ground, a lot of gnarly skate parks too. But the number one spot that I like is, and these are not skate parks, okay, this is like excluding all skate parks. Number one is, man, I don't know, because there's so many spots, dude. There's just so many. You know, so it's hard to say. But let's just say the one spot that I skate with my friends, that's like, I could skate there every single day and just have fun every single day. Would I want to say I don't know, man. That's a hard question. Oh, you know what? Okay, I'll go from number 3 to 1. So number 3. I want to say Shy Boy Banks, because that's a spot where you could skate it multiple ways. You could skate flat in the middle, like I don't want to skate it. You could skate the bank. You could skate the bank like a quarter pipe. You could skate the wall on the right, like where you drop in as just a wall ride. You could skate it in the middle. You could even go inside the sewer, and that's like, man, I had memories of skating those with my friends where we just go. I mean, there was one time where we just went in our boards. We're like, are we gonna go in the tunnel? We just look at each other. We're like, dude, man, we're going in the tunnel. Let's slump it. We went in the tunnel, and it's dark, man. It's dark and scary, man. It's like a little like the deeper and deeper you go into there, the more crouched down you have to get. And there was one memory where it was like a pipe going to another pipe, but there was kind of like an area in the middle, and you could ollie the area, and it was like probably like a 5-foot gap or whatever, and I ollied this like, to my memory, I think it was first try, and there's footage of it too. Like even my homies are like, I'd ollie it, and it's like dun 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 dun, and I ollied it. Oh my god, yeah! And it was, I blacked out, dude, because that was scary. It's scary ollieing something like pipe to pipe. But you know what was sick about that though? Was I remember rolling up to it, like, I remember rolling up into the tunnel like, dude, just thinking like, oh, what did I get myself into? But it's a super, super cool spot, like, especially with the fisheye. That's really cool. Spot number 2, I'd say just anywhere. I was gonna say like flat ground, but nah. Let's talk about like street spots, like top 3 spots in Phoenix. One spot that I have always went to with my friends, it used to be Deck Park. Because Deck Park is cool because there's a lot of ways that you could skate it too. There's a lot of ledges, there's a lot of downtown stuff. And if you have a VX1000 or like a fisheye, and you're good at like putting together like lines, then there's a lot of different stuff you could do, especially if you get close and really close to the person. There's a lot of different ledges there too. And spot number 1 is Hatcher Hill. That's my favorite spot in Phoenix because it's like, you're probably thinking like, oh, you're not doing tricks down, like, it's not a spot, but it's like, nah, dude, it's a spot because it's like, you go up on top of a gnarly hill, it's like a mansion. The dude who lives there, he's just drinking coffee, he's just, you know, making love to his wife, and he's just looking out the window, and he's just like, last month I had $63,000, now I only have $60,000, damn it. And he doesn't even skate, and then you're like, you go up on the hill, and it's downhill, kind of mellow, and then it's even more downhill to mellow again, to even mellow, even more downhill. And that's really cool too, because that's like, it's a hill that you could bomb with your friends that they're not even really that gnarly, but they're kind of confident, and you could, it's like a spiritual experience. Like bombing a hill with your friends, it's literally like, not even like war, but like you're both going through something like really scary together, and then when you both make it, it's just adrenaline, dude. You're all high-fiving each other. Have you ever met a pro? Yes, I have actually. I've seen Chris Cole, I've seen Mike Moe. I actually met Aaron Jaws at Desert West Skate Park. He was really cool, dude. Like, he was a really cool guy. He told me it took him 4 years to learn how to kickflip. And the scariest trick that I've ever done in skating ever was, I tried to 360 flip this loading dock. One day, I tried it at a skate park, rolled my ankle, and I was just kind of traumatized. I didn't want to do it after that. I was like, just kind of over it, like doing it down stuff, and 2 years went by, and like, I had this kind of spiritual awakening, like this voice in my head that was like, if you don't do this today, if you don't 360 flip this loading dock, you're going to be scared for the rest of your life. You're never going to, you know, have the confidence to bring it down stuff. So, like, I just woke up one day and was just motivated, and like, the first thing I thought about was just, I woke up and it was literally like, on some Mike Tyson, like, type, just woke up and was like, dude, I'm going to 360 flip this loading dock. And I just did yoga the first day that I went there. Tried it, was really scary, kept kicking out, would catch it, but like, just didn't have the confidence to really put it down, you know what I mean? So the next day I went there, my legs were kind of sore, and I tried it, kept kicking out, was scared, my legs were getting tired, getting kicked out, and eventually I was so scared, like, but I was landing on them, was slipping out, and I wasn't getting hurt, so that was really good. Like, I was so focused to the point where I was just committing, and I actually was kind of getting over my fear. And I remember even rolling up to those tries, like, it was scary, it was terrifying. But the one thing that made me break through that fear was, I remember there was one point, like the last try, where my legs were about to give out, like, dude, I'm done, I can't do this anymore, I cannot, like, I have the mental willpower to maybe keep going for days and days, but when it comes to trying this anymore, my legs are so done, I can't walk. I can barely walk. Like, I just busted my hand open, my hand was bleeding, I put on a glove, I was wearing a Thrasher hoodie, and I had gloves in it, so I just put on just one glove too. And I ended up, just the last try, I just thought, like, I remember Elijah Burrell's Vans Alright OK part came out, and I remember, like, something clicked where I remember him 360 flipping over that thing, and I don't know why I was thinking this, but I just set my feet up exactly like he did, and then I just thought to myself, if I can just stop the board, if I could just 360 flip, catch it, and stop it, I can do this. And it was like, last try, roll up, heart is beating, hand is bloody, legs are sore, pop, and even right as I'm popping, I had this thought where it was like, and it's kind of messed up that I thought this. I don't know why that I thought this, but as I popped, I thought, wait a minute, am I still going to be able to catch it because my front foot is higher than when I put my. It's like I thought, oh, my front foot is right here, but I usually set it up like right here, like this. This is like kind of weird. But even I think it's okay that I thought that, because even though I thought that, I had the mental capacity and courage to quickly throw that thought to the side, and I just popped it, caught it, and I don't even remember catching it, but I remember just rolling away perfect, and it was like the feeling of rolling away from that, the best way to describe that was like just such an intense feeling of relief in your belly that you worked hard on for like, it was like a fear being unlocked, and then an adrenaline. It was, instead of adrenaline, it was like all the adrenaline went away, and it was like just relief, just so happy, like almost like a lucid dream where you can't even believe that it just happened. It was like I'm in disbelief, but then also you're like, dude, I'm not. You're like, I'm never doing that again, so I'm not doing that again. But it was scary for me, man. Like, but when you hurt yourself doing something, you're scared to do that again. So, but I overcame that, and I just had a feeling I was like, if I don't do it, I'm not gonna have the balls and courage. So I overcame that. 360 flip behind the fries, loving dog. There's a cute girl that works there. She used to be a baker. What type of music do you skate to? I really like this question, and the music that you skate to can almost even make you skate better. So I like to skate to, I used to skate to heavy metal, but now I skate to this kind of devil rap. It's this dude on YouTube named Evil Aesthetic. He posts these Memphis kind of trap edits. And the feeling that you get is like, it's really, really sick. It like hypes you up and almost makes you scared. But it's really cool because honestly, I like rap more than metal. I like trap music a lot, and I fell in love with it. But I mean, I do love metal, but I just listen to trap metal. I listen to trap music just a little bit more. And the feeling that you get to it is so really, really cool. Like, I'll even tag you in the description because like your music actually helped me fight depression. Even like it really gave me such a good feeling that it helped me be happy. So thank you. And yeah, guys, those are all the questions that I wrote. All done answering all of them. As you can see, I'm all done with the board. Metallica. I painted that. I painted this because I really was listening to a lot of Metallica at the time. I used to love to skate to them. And I still do sometimes, but now it's like more trap. And yeah, now I'm thinking let's do some tricks on this to end the video. As you can see, this clear grip tape job was done extremely well. I mean, I'm extremely satisfied. I actually got out my little knife and kind of cleaned this up a little bit. Looks super sick. I don't recommend putting grip tape on grip tape, but when you paint it, you can kind of do stuff to it, especially if the whole thing is covered with paint. So yeah, let's do some tricks on it. Let's do this. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. As you can see, I just set up this new cruiser. It's a bad boy. It's a big mama. It's a big mama kitten with a bunch of milk, and it's being stingy with the milk. It's not even letting the kittens drink it. So I set up this cruiser board. We answered some questions. And then after that, we tested out the cruiser board. Did a kickflip. Did a, well, my dogs want to get in the video.
Hi guys. Are you my guys? Corey and Shyla.
So yeah, we tested out the cruiser board. We did some impossibles on it. I actually did four different angles. And yeah, I just wanted to show you that you can impossible on anything. So yeah, do you like my cruiser? Pretty dope, huh? Pretty steezy, pretty buttery. And yeah, as you can see, this was the doggies getting on my lap and getting all up in my face. This was not a planned thing. This wasn't a, I didn't plan this. This just kind of happened, you know what I mean? But this one, kind of cute.
The doggy's getting all over my face.
His crotch is on her back. But yeah, guys, we set up this cruiser, answer some questions. Thanks so much for watching, and did you like my impossible? If you did, hit the like button. But you better hit like. Okay. And that's the end of the video.
Guys, go inside.